So hi everyone, thank you for coming to our live. So I'm Kuan Jun and this is CJ. So we're actually currently 5 weeks old interns here at MIT Velo, and we're actually from Ngee Poly. So for all of you who knows anyone from Ngee Poly, do share this live video with them and let them know to join us.
Okay, so thank you for giving us your support and joining our live. Okay, so we'll be sharing with you the latest updates and bike availabilities that we have currently, and feel free to share this live video with all your friends and your cycling kakis. Just get them down to our Friday live, and then we'll share all about our bike availabilities and how to fold and unfold. And if you have any burning questions at all, just drop them down in the comment section below and we will answer you all.
So as some of you might know, there's actually a lot of Facebook Live this week that actually experienced technical issues. So we actually apologize in advance if that actually happens to us later on. But do join us back as soon as possible. And you can also let us know in the comment sections down below if the quality is fading. So there's a few recommendations that for you guys to resolve this issue. So the first one is that we can actually wait a few seconds for the video to appear. And we can also exit and join back again.
Some of you may be wondering, where is Tommy? So Tommy today, he actually has to go for his annual eye checkup, and both of us have a chance to be here with you live and share more about the bikes and answer your burning questions with you. And we are grateful for this opportunity to be away from the back end, because we are always at the back end controlling the live and all that. But today we are here, both of us sharing live with you what's going on.
Alright, so CJ, so what do you find unique about our 5 weeks here at this internship?
I feel like throughout these 5 weeks, I got to do a lot of things and enjoy a lot of things throughout my internship. But what really stuck with me, right, is the bike building process. Right,
yeah. I agree. So for the bike building, it's something that a lot of us have never even tried before. So I think it's an eye-opening experience.
So for bike building, both of us are new to it. Like 5 weeks ago, we built our first bike. So we started out spending about 6 to 7 hours building one single bike. But right now we are at about a pace of 3 to 4 hours for building a bike. So we build about 2 to 3 bikes a week, like just for the interns ourselves. And throughout the bike building, I think in MIT Velo we pay a lot of attention and precision to all the bike components and bike parts. So we ensure that the bike is perfectly fit, perfectly stable before we send it out to our customers.
Yeah. So we actually build all of our bikes from scratch. So the boxes will actually come in the bikes will come in different boxes. So there's the frame box, the components box, and so on and so forth. So we will actually build it all from scratch. We will actually, at the start, we're actually not very good at building bikes, but with the good guidance and mentorship from our
bike technicians, so we actually have a lot of experience in it now. So we actually do it much better than you had about 5 weeks ago. So don't worry, because all the bikes are actually gone through stringent checks before we send it out back to all of you, our customers. So here's just like debunking the myth and all that. Actually, our bikes are not built in 1 hour, okay? So for all the fans out there that say that our bike can be built in 1 hour, that's really not true. Because even for our most experienced bike technician, they take about 2 to 3 hours to perfect a bike for you. So we really put a lot of effort and time into building each and every bike that we have. So at this point, I would just like to ask our fans there to really share this video and create a watch party of your own to get as many viewers to this live as possible, and support the both of us. We are new to this live, and we hope to learn together with all of you.
Alright.
Okay. So Kuan Jun, other than bike building, what other things you find interesting, like when you are interning here at MIT Velo?
I think another thing that we find interesting is the filming of videos and all of these photo shoots. So there are a lot of things that we actually never really tried before. I actually want to try photo shoot, but I will always be too. I would say I won't really go out and shoot it. But because of this internship, we actually have opportunities to go out to different places, like for example stadium, even Tanjong Pagar, to actually shoot videos and photos. So it's actually something that I find very interesting.
So we kind of like getting comfortable in front of the camera, shooting the camera as our friends. It's not something that we used to do back in poly, right?
Yeah. We just go out with friends. We don't do any of this camera equipment stuff, and this is actually like an eye-opening experience for us.
Okay. Especially in this COVID period, going out to cycle, we don't have to wear masks. I'm similar to all of you. That's why all of you are interested in cycling and getting a bike nowadays, right?
I'm sure the mask is actually very hot. You feel very hot in the mask. So all the hot air come out. So this when you go cycle, you actually don't even have to wear the mask.
Yes. So on the topic of bikes, so without any further delay, we'll actually introduce to you all the Birdie bike models that we have, as well as the CarryMe and the Reach GT today.
That's right.
So me and Kuan Yu will bring you through all of these models and explain to you the fold and unfold, the specs of a bike, and also answer any burning questions that you all have. So really, any questions you all have, just drop them in the comment section and we'll answer them. Okay, so firstly, I'd like to introduce to you one of our most popular bikes. Is the Birdy New Classic. Okay, so why is it the Birdy New Classic? So as you all may know, there's the Birdy Old Classic, the Birdy Classic, but the New Classic is actually a bike that's a redesign of the original Birdy Classic. So this is a tubular frame, and this tubular frame is actually cleaner and sleeker than the old Birdy Classic. So it's actually paying homage to the previous design, and really sort of like a tribute to the original Birdie bikes that are made from Germany. So this 8-speed entry-level foldable bike. So for all of you out there who are new to cycling and want to get a foldable bike, this is the bike that's calling out to you. So this performance foldable bike is actually different from all the other bikes that we have. As you can see, it is a tubular frame instead of the monocoque frame that we have. So although this may not shout out to all those people who are wanting a stylish and a small aerodynamic bike, this bike is actually all for the people who want a vintage, a retro looking bike while you're cycling at your park connector. And this bike, one of the more special thing about this bike compared to the previous Birdie Classic is actually the cabling. So as you can see for this bike, it's actually internal cabling. So for all the cables, it's actually built and wired inside the bike, so that it really gives the bike a very clean look. And one thing about that it's good for all the bike fans out there is that the bike is actually with the internal cable, it prevents the bike from wear and tear. So like your bike can really go up to a longer longevity in a sense, right? Okay, so Kuan Yu, actually, what do you think about this color?
So for this color, right, what I find is very sleek and it's very subtle, but it also gives off a very masculine look. So with the black on the grey color, Mercury grey frame, so actually it gives a very low key or very stealthy look. So it's actually something that many of our male customers are actually very interested in, and they also many of them have expressed their interest in this bike.
Yes, I agree with you. Okay, to me this bike is really for all the men out there just want a masculine bike, and then really at your park connector have a subtle and just a ride home. And you can see although it's kind of dark, although it's sleek, but you can see the glossy shine on it really shines out, really speaks to you. And this bike, I feel it's on popular demand right now, right?
That's right. I even have a customer just now asking me about this color.
Yeah, honestly, to all of you out there who really wants an entry-level foldable bike, okay, just do come down, do visit the store and get a look at it for yourself. And you can always book a test ride with us. So we have been talking a lot about this colorway right now. Next I'll show you is the Mercury Copper colorway that we have for the Birdy New Classic. So as you can take a look over here, this is our, although it's in a monocoque frame, okay, this bike actually, the tubular frame actually comes in a Mercury Copper design. So Mercury Copper is for all those fans out there who want a loud color, something that when you ride at your park connector, it's eye-catching to you. So to all of you out there, come to our store and test ride the bikes and look at the bike yourself. So I'll share more about test rides, because actually many of our fans have been asking us, how can I get a test ride? What are the appointment basis like? So for test rides, right, you have to book an appointment with us through our PM on our Facebook or our Instagram page. Next, you can actually also drop us an email at hello@mightyvelo.com for the test ride itself. So for the test ride, it's on a 30-minute slot basis for a maximum of 2 bike models per test ride, and you can bring up to 3 people to try out the bikes. But unfortunately, we have to let you know that due to wet weather conditions, or if the park connector around here is slippery, we have to turn you away. Right? Unfortunately, we have to turn you away because we do not want you to get injured, as well as we want to protect our bikes from being damaged.
So there's actually a few customers who actually asked us to let them try the bike even though the weather condition was just cleared up only. So the bug connector was still a little bit wet, and when we let them try, they actually had a nasty fall. So some of them have scratches all over their arms, all over their legs. So this is actually it's like a safety check for both our bikes and the customers as well.
Another thing is, for test ride, we do advise all our friends out there to come down to our store on a weekday for your test ride. Because if you come down on a weekend, we might not be able to really attend to you as promptly as usually in the store in the weekend is packed, filled with people, and you might even have to queue outside and wait for your turn to come into the store. So please come down on a weekday if possible and book an appointment with us. Alright.
So we're going to show you the copper frame one more time. So this is actually our Mercury Copper frame, and it's actually something that is different from the Mercury grey frame that you've seen just now. So the Mercury Copper is a very popular color with us, and we actually have limited stocks right now.
So right now, Kuan Yu, what's next to the Birdie New Classic?
Right.
What's the new sort of entry level first bike to go to for the Birdie Gentry bike series?
That will be our Birdie City model.
Okay, so while Kuan Yu is getting the Birdie City bike model, we would just like to share that unfortunately our Birdie City bike model has already ran out of stocks until next year February, and we are not sure that even by next year February we are able to procure any of these bikes. So just to let you know that although we are running through the Birdie City, we currently do not have stocks for the Birdie City. Alright.
Right. So for the Birdie City, this is a nice speed entry level bike, and for many of our customers, they actually were thinking, that so the Birdie City is something that they want to get. For classic, they don't really like the tubular frame, and we have this monocoque frame for sporty. The monocoque frame is more of a sporty look, and is not it's something different from the classic frame. So let's show you the full bike, shall we?
Alright, so while Kuan Yu is actually unfolding the bike, we would just like to say that for all our Birdie bikes, the Birdie Gentry bikes or the Birdie New Classic bikes, they are actually all of them fold and unfold the same way.
So just like that, in 4 steps, we actually will have our Birdie bike unfolded. The Birdie City is using a Shimano Sora 9-speed derailleur. So it is more of a commuter bike, and it's for park connectors and light pavement roads, and it's something that a lot of our customers actually enjoy very much. The wheels itself actually have this silver ring, so it will reflect light whenever they are light during the night time.
So to all our fans out there that are actually looking for an entry-level foldable bike, but you do not really like the tubular retro look, you can really consider this monocoque sleek design, giving you a very more sporty vibe than your Birdie New Classic would. Right, Kuan Yu?
That's right.
So who actually wants this bike, goes for this bike?
The Birdie City is actually very popular among customers who likes to go for a light commute on the park connector, who wants to travel very easily from a place to place, and it's something that a lot of people they like it because it's very lightweight.
So actually a lot of our fans will ask us questions, right? So we have our first question of the day. So can we have the question, please?
How much was the Birdie Classic just now?
The Birdie Classic is retailing at $2050, $2,050. Sing, okay?
Francisco, to ask again, when will the earliest pre-order for Mercury?
So the Birdie City from what our manufacturers have told us, the earliest possible date will probably be around February of 2021. We won't have all of our bikes are actually on pre-order basis, and there's not a lot of slots left. Also, be quick and just pre-order with us now.
Okay, Francis, you're asking about the Birdie City. So right now we don't really have stocks for the Birdie City, but we have something else interesting for you. So we'll move on to introduce about our next bike.
But before that, so Birdie City retails at 2550.
Okay, so SGD 2550. Okay, but unfortunately we do not have stock now, so we introduce to you our next model. Okay, so this next model over here is actually the Birdie Touring Plus. So why the Plus? Okay, we'll get to that shortly. So right now, let me just run through what this bike sort of is. Okay, like we talk about the entry level bikes, and before we move on to the high-end bikes, there's always the intermediate range. So this bike is actually an intermediate bike for all our fans out there looking for that you are quite a good cyclist and you want to tour for a long distance. This bike is for you. The Birdie Touring Plus is retailing at $400 on top of the Birdie City. Okay, hold on right here, we will answer a question.
Sorry, I just joined. What was the model before this?
The model before this is the Birdie City. Right now we don't have stocks for the Birdie City, and it will come in probably by next year, by 2021 February, but we cannot give you a confirmation of the stocks currently. Okay, moving back to the Touring Plus. So the Touring Plus, it's at a $400, it's retailing $400 more than the Birdie City. So Kuan, how much was the Birdie City just now?
The Birdie City was at SGD 2550.
Okay, 2550. So what's $400 above 2550?
That will be the Touring Plus at 2950.
Okay, as you heard from him, 2950. Okay, so why this $400 increase in price? So it's actually the hydraulic brakes. Okay, so that was the difference between the Birdie Touring and the Birdie Touring Plus. It's actually that we changed it to a what hydraulic brakes, Kuan Yu?
So this is the Juntech hydraulic disc, semi-actuated disc brake.
Okay, so Kuan Yu, what tires are the Birdie Touring Plus using?
The Birdie Touring Plus is actually using the Big Apple tires from Squirrel, and the thing is that it's actually very thick, so it actually will help in the suspension, and it will absorb some of the shock that you receive from some of the pavements.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what's the next special thing that really calls out to people who uses the Birdie Touring Plus?
The Birdie Touring Plus is actually a very good bike for a long distance riding. It has 24 speed, so 8 external and 3 internal gear hub.
Wow, 24 speed. Really like 24 speed in Singapore park connectors and Singapore terrain. Is it really more than sufficient actually?
24 speed is a very good amount of speed for our customers, and it's very good for long distance. So what this means is that for the different number of gear ratios, you'll be able to actually cycle different kind of terrains, like for example like hilly terrains. So that's a bit hard to cycle up sometimes, and you using the 24 speed, you can actually go to a setting that you like, and it'll be easier for you to cycle up.
Okay, setting that we like. Okay, so all of you fans out there, I'm pretty sure you have kept with the news about the new Changi Jurassic Mile. So actually from Changi Jurassic Mile to ECP and to Marina, this bike is actually the most suitable bike that we have for that.
That's right. So we have a question.
What is the wheel size?
For all Birdie models, our wheel size is at 18 inch, except for the R20. The R20 is the only one with the 20-inch wheels, and we'll get to that later on.
Right, so it's 18 inch, 1/8, alright? Okay, so apart from what we talk about, the Changi Jurassic Mile, and unfortunately during this COVID period, what is one terrain that we cannot go? I'm sure it's overseas terrain.
Agree.
So actually overseas terrain, as you can see how compact the Birdie bike is, you can actually bring it abroad and then like cycle and conquer all the hilly terrains overseas. But please do not mistaken that this bike, although it can conquer a lot, but it's not one of our high-end models, because a lot of our fans out there always ask us, why does the Touring Plus have 24 speed but yet cheaper than our GT and R20? So one thing that we will want our fans to know is that the amount of speed does not equate to the price of the bike.
The different prices for the bike is based on the components that the bikes have. So other bikes, the more expensive bike will have better components. Our entry-level bikes will have cheaper components, but it works as well, or if not, it's as good as all of our other models.
Right. So actually, as Kuan Yu has said, our components and bike parts makes the price, not the amount of gears. So at this point in time, I would like to walk you through the Birdie Gentry monocoque frame colors availability that we have. Okay, so while Kuan Yu is bringing the bike out of frame, we I'll actually like the camera to pan to one of our most popular color right over here, the red black standard color monocoque frame. So red black, why is it our most popular color? It's because it's the only standard color that we have with dual color. It's the only one with dual color, not just the standard color range. And the red black actually speaks to all the masculine men out there that really wants to go to a park connector and looking for a bike that does not seems loud, but actually it's kind of eye-catching to your right, and really will get everyone looking at what's this bike, what's this new entry level, what's this foldable bike. Okay, so moving on will be our Mercury Copper, retailing at $250 price increase due to the polished finish. Mercury Blue also at a $250 increase. Similarly for the polished silver as well as the Mercury Grey. So what I've went through with you are our bike color frame that are available for our polish range colors. And I want to just bring your attention into this polished silver frame. So why is this our second most popular color? Okay, the polished silver frame is the only frame that is not coated with a layer of paint, but it's at its raw material, and when it's high polish, it gives out this shine. So to all of you out there who really want to go conquer those hilly terrains and all that, and your bike may be damaged, okay, you don't have to be afraid of any scratches that may occur, because for this bike itself, the only frame the scratch won't show. Okay, so for our last two color that are available will be our Pearl Mouse Grey right down over here, as well as our Graphite Black over here. So these two colors will be at $100 increase from the bike prices because it's finished with a matte finish. Okay, so next I would also like to talk more about how you can actually get a better understanding of the bikes with us. Okay, so Kuan Yu, when they want to get a better understanding of the bike, they have to come down to our store. But during this pandemic period, what do you have to look out for to protect all of us?
So our store actually has a capacity limit for a customer. We have a capacity limit of 6 customers at maximum in our store at any one time. But for every customer, for large groups for example, we cannot allow maximum of 3 of our members. So the other members of the family, for example, if you come in a big family, well, 6 of you guys, 3 of you have to wait outside, and the other 3 they can come in. So you guys can take turns. The people who are waiting outside can actually go and drink some coffee, buy some bread, and just enjoy outside for a while they take turns.
Okay, so for all of you who want to come with your family, your cycling kakis, or your friends to look at the bikes, we are very sorry that we can only allow the 3 of you to enter at any one time. Next, we also would like to apologize to those customers if you have to wait outside before entering the store, because this is to really protect all of us during these trying times really. So do understand that if we have to stop you and just wait outside for a little while before we can allow you to enter.
So this is to be fair to all of our other customers as well. So we hope to give everyone an equal number of opportunities.
Okay, so right now, Kuan Yu, actually nowadays, the past week, the Facebook Live that we have been watching, what kind of problems occur actually?
So lately we are facing a lot of lagging. So sometimes you may hear us but you don't see us moving around, or sometimes it will be the other way around. You can see us moving around but you cannot really hear us.
Okay, so we pray for good quality and good connection today. But if let's say the video quality lags or if it freezes, you can always leave the live and enter, and that should solve the problem. Okay, so Kuan Yu, what's the next bike we would like to introduce to our fans?
This bike is the Birdie GT. So I'll bring it over out for you. This right here is our Birdie GT. So we have actually received a lot of PMs, a lot of emails asking us, when can we pre-order the GT or the R20, the Birdie GT? So this is actually this and our R20 is actually one of our most popular models among all of our customers for very special reasons. So first of all, what tires does this have, Qi?
It's actually the Blackjack Tyres. So what the Blackjack Tyres, the unique part about the Blackjack Tyres is it's normally friction tires. Okay, so what does this knobbly friction tires do actually?
So similar to mountain bike tires, as many of you guys will probably know, it has actually all these little knobbly bits that's mentioned by CJ just now. So this means that we can actually go to light trails such as Coney Island, the real corridor, like the green corridor at the Bukit Timah. This will help with the suspension as well. So together with the full suspensions that we have, the knobbly tires will actually make it even much more. Result a much more impact, making it a more comfortable ride.
Okay, so Kuan, what's another thing that is really sits with the GT? That's special about the GT. How many speed there is actually?
The GT has 10 speed. So it's using the SRAM derailleur group set, and although people will feel that it's a very smooth when they are changing gears, and it's almost seamless, and it's very an enjoyable experience, I would say.
Okay, but Kuan, we have something to tell our fans over here, right? So this bike can't conquer what kind of terrain? Like Bukit Timah, can they go to Bukit Timah?
Definitely not. So there are actually a lot of different kinds of mountain bike trails, but it's not suitable for our Birdie GT. This Birdie GT can only go to light trails, but not the heavy duty kind like those that you see at Mandai, those like Bukit Timah. So this is not a proper. It's not a suitable bike choice for that.
Okay, interesting. So is there anything else you want to talk about for the bike that's really special and unique?
Our Birdie GT is the only other model besides the Touring Plus to have the Juntech hydraulic disc brake. So this actually gives a very good braking option for the customers. So it's something that, especially when you're going on light trails, if you encounter any issues, you want to brake immediately. So the Juntech hydraulic disc brake will actually be able to help you to actually brake better, I would say.
Okay.
So this Birdie GT retails at 3050. SGD 3050.
So 3050. Okay, to all our fans out there, pre-order this bike now. It's available for the January collection. So really write down to us, drop us an email or message us at our social media platforms, Facebook or Instagram, and really get to know the bike and get the bike.
So CJ,
Yes.
during this entire, sorry, we have one question.
Is the Touring Plus not recommended for bike trail?
Kuan, you can.
For the Touring Plus, because they have the big Apple tires, although it is thick, but it doesn't have these knobbly bits as the Birdie GT has. Although it can go to plug connectors, but it is not. What we won't recommend is to go to Coney Island. This is not a proper bike for that, and sometimes you might even encounter small rocks that actually might puncture the tire. Yeah, so the Birdie GT will be a better choice for Coney Island and not the Touring Plus.
Okay, so we hope we answer our fan. Okay, so Kuan, you were saying?
Oh, right. So throughout this entire live session, we're
Yes.
talking a lot about pre-order.
Yes,
So
yes.
what does pre-order mean? Do you know?
Okay, pre-order. Okay, so pre-order and wait list, okay? So I would like to explain to our fans out there what is a wait list. So a wait list is actually when you put your interest with us that you want a specific bike, but we unfortunately do not have that bike. So that is a wait list, and we will contact you when the bikes are available for pre-orders. Okay, we have a question.
Vincent Yo asked, can you look at the 20-inch wheels? So I think he meant like things like R20.
Right. Don't worry. The R20 is still in our list over there. We haven't moved on to it yet. So right after GT will be our R20. So stay tuned and just give us a few more moments, shall we?
Okay, stay tuned, Vincent. Let me tell you how to pre-order our bikes first. Okay, so to pre-order our bikes, you have to drop us an email, okay, and include your contact details. So your mobile number, your name, and your email address. And what else do I have to include?
So you have to include your preferred model of choice. For example, the Birdie GT and the color that you want. So like the red black or the polished silver. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
so after that, after including all the details, you drop us the email and we will drop you an invoice. So the invoice will contain like payment details, payment instructions, and only after we receive the payment, then your bike is confirmed.
do note that it is a full payment. not any deposits or so, but a full payment. So don't worry, we are actually situated at 30 Tai Seng Street, BreadTalk IHQ, level 2, unit number 14, and we cannot run away, so you can just come down and find us.
Okay, so to all our fans out there, okay, so there's just 5 things to include when you drop us the email. Let us run through again. Your name, your phone number, your email address, the bike model of your choice, and the bike color of your choice.
That's right.
So we will contact you when your bike is available, and you can come down to our store to collect a bike, and we will run through with you how to fold and unfold and some other specific things that you have to know.
So payment will only be by either cash, pay now, or bank transfer.
Okay. So because unfortunately we have not have our landline set up because we just moved in to our BreadTalk IHQ store. So we thank you for your understanding throughout this period.
Yes. So only after you have made your full payment will you be added to the bike queue. And like we mentioned previously about bike building experience, actually we take quite a while to build even one bike. So let's say 2 hours, 3 hours, and we have many orders. So it will definitely take some time for us to be able to receive the stock from our manufacturers, to be able to build the bike, and to be able to send them to send you a message to tell them the bike is ready for collection. So this do give us time.
Okay, so while Kuan Yu brings the GT out, Vincent, right? Vincent Yu, will now introduce to you the Birdie R20. Okay, so the only bike with 20-inch tires is our Birdie R20. So what's R20, Kuan Yu? What's R actually?
R actually represents racing, and for 20 is actually the 20-inch wheels. The Birdie R20, like we mentioned previously, is the only Birdie model that has 20-inch wheels.
Okay, so for the Birdie R20, okay, it's with the Panel Racer Light Minutes 20-inch tires. So actually, this is our only bike that comes with 20-inch tires. All other bikes comes with 18-inch tires. So this slick tires is really suited for you if you are riding on the road, want to conquer a long distance. For the speedsters and the roadies out there, this bike is for you. So how many speed is there, Kuan Yu, for this bike?
So this bike has 11 speed and is using the Shimano 105 derailleur.
Can you tell us more about Shimano 105? So all the bike nerds out there, what's Shimano 105?
Okay, so Shimano 105 is actually the mid-range derailleur system that Shimano has, and it is something that many of our other customers actually like using, and they actually feedback to us that the R20 is shifting is very smooth. It's something that they actually pick up speed really quickly.
Okay, so really picking up speed really quickly with these tires, is it dangerous per se?
No, actually our tires are very safe. But what we recommend is that you actually take note or be careful when the road is wet. This is very good bike on the park connector. First, the smooth tires, the smooth and slick tires, it actually helps to it has very good traction against park connector roads. But at the same time, during wet weather, as all tires are, you have to take note and just be careful with it.
Okay, so that's about it for the R20, is it?
No. So what's the price? What is the price?
Alright, the most important part, the price. So the R20 sits at an $800 increase from the Birdie GT. So with the 3050 that the Birdie GT is, the R20 is at 3850.
That's
so
right.
Kuan Yu, is this $800 worth the investment?
I would say definitely. Like we mentioned previously, the difference in prices is mainly because of the components that each Birdie model have. The higher the price, the better the models that we have. Better the cycling experience.
Okay, so up to this point, Kuan Yu, would like to bring our fans through the colors that we have. For all those fans that have just joined and interested to know what colors that we have, while I bring in the next bike.
Right, definitely. So the colors that we have, first of all, will be this red and black frame. So the red black frame is our only Birdie model with the two dual-tone color, so the glossy red and the matte black. Next, we have the Mercury Copper, the Mercury Blue, the polished silver, and the Mercury Grey. And lastly, for our matte series, we have the Pearl Mouse Grey and the Graphite Black. So as we think, why are there so many different series? So this different series actually comes at an additional cost, but this is because that
the different finishes that they use. So standard gloss series for the red black is free of charge. There's no additional cost. And if you like to choose any one of our Mercury polished gloss series, this will be an additional cost of $250. And for our matte series, the graphite black and the pearl mouse grey, this will be an additional cost of $100.
Okay, now moving on to... Okay, wait, before that, you have a question.
The question is, which are the customized colors that are only available at Mighty Velo in Singapore?
So the customized colors, it will be our Mercury Grey colorway. The Mercury Grey, like we mentioned previously for our classic, is actually, there's the black birdie wording on top of the Mercury Grey color. So although you may think that it's very dark, but I would say it gives off a very subtle, very masculine look, and it's something that many of our customers actually feedback to us and say that they're actually very interested in the color. So this color is actually special, and it's actually designed especially with between our Mighty Velo and our manufacturer's Pacific Cycle.
What about the other colors like light green?
Okay. Okay, so to all our friends out there asking about all our colors, okay, so actually all 17 color frames that Mighty Velo carry is only specific for Mighty Velo. We are the sole distributor for Pacific Cycles in Southeast Asia. So for any colors that you see other Birdie bikes have, you actually have to purchase them overseas. But for Southeast Asia, we only have our 17 color frames that is only specifically for Mighty Velo.
So if you like to pre-order like the lime green, the moonstone blue, sky blue, all these, so we have to apologize that we actually don't have the color right now. The manufacturers have only given us the colors that we mentioned above, like the red black, the polished silver, all of these. Only the previously mentioned colors are available. The other colors are currently not being manufactured by our manufacturers right now. And just stay tuned to all of our future pre-orders, and we will just let you know if there are any updates on the new colors that we actually will be receiving.
Okay, so moving on to the Birdie Rohloff, the king.
So why does the Birdie Rohloff have the title or the king of Birdie? So this is because of the Rohloff internal hub. So let's open up the bike, shall we?
I want to talk.
Right. So for the Birdie Rohloff, as you can see, there are actually red in color rims around. So why this is that because it is actually made using a collaboration between Birdie and the Rohloff company. So what Rohloff is actually our internal hub over here. So as you can see, it's a very thick hub, and you may not see any gears. So the reason why for this is that all 14 speed that the Birdie Rohloff has is actually all inside the Rohloff internal hub, and this hub itself already costs about 2.5k to about 2.8k. So you're estimating if the hub is actually really cost this much. So what is the cost of the full bike? So the cost of full bike is actually at SGD 5950. So I repeat, SGD 5950.
So what kind of maintenance does the Rohloff come with? At 5950, such a steep price point. I'm pretty sure this bike has its special points to it.
That's right. So for the Birdie Rohloff, there's actually a very little maintenance that needs to be done because everything's included inside the hub itself. There's very little dust, very little water or the mud that can actually cause jamming of the gears. So everything is well protected within the shell itself, and this actually makes it very easy to maintain. All you need is actually just 1 or 2 drops of oil over a long period of time, like for about every 1 or 2 months, and it's actually also it will be very easy to maintain. I would say a very fuss-free bike. So what kind of bike? What kind of people, cyclists, who actually want to ride the Birdie Rohloff?
Okay, so actually Birdie Rohloff, it's for those cyclists out there who want a fuss-free, a really easily maintained bike. I think the Rohloff really speaks to you because it's a bike that maybe 2 or 3 drops of oil in the Rohloff hub for a year or 100 km of cycle.
Every 100 km cycle, or if you like every 1 or 2 months,
Yes, so it's actually for those cyclists out there actually also going overseas to cycle. So when you go overseas, what you're most afraid of is that your bike break down halfway when you're conquering a hilly terrain. The bike actually will not happen because the gears and all are actually all trapped in the internal hub, protecting it from like the environment, rocks, all these things that will actually cause the gear to shift off.
That's right. So for this Birdie Rohloff itself, this is actually our boss, Mr. Stevens' bike. So he has been using this bike for a very, very long time, and he says that the more that you actually use the bike, the smoother that the shifting will actually get. Yeah. So sometimes during hilly, like CJ mentioned, there are sometimes that you actually encounter all hilly terrains. Sometimes you so sometimes you actually encounter hilly terrains. This is actually good in a sense that you won't break down easily. It's something that is very fast free.
Alright, anything else about the bike that really our friends out there needs to know?
This bike is actually a very good investment long term. You can continue riding the bike for a long time to come. It's good for customers who actually want just one bike and they can use it for a very, very, very long time.
Alright. To everyone out there, okay, what can you say? This is a long-term investment. We are not lying to you about it. There's only about 100 to 200 over Rohloff hub in the world. So that means there's only about 100 to 200 Rohloff in the world. So right now we have stocks available, right, Kuan Yu?
Yes. Although we have stocks available, we don't have that many. So we don't have any ready stocks right now, and that also means that we cannot actually sell the bike to overseas customers.
That's right. The message is pre-order your bike now. Okay, drop us an email at hello@mightyvelo.com now to get your Rohloff today.
If you like to order our bike and you're actually not situated anywhere in Singapore, what we can offer you is to actually find someone to actually help you get it in Singapore, and the person will actually send the box over. The person your friend will actually help us to ship the bike over to you overseas.
Like what Kuan Yu mentioned, only if your friend or relative is staying in Singapore, then you can purchase the bike from us. We currently do not ship overseas due to the overwhelming response for our bikes, and unfortunately, this might be the case until about next year, maybe not even, preferably the next third quarter of next year. We might not even be able to ship overseas.
We might not even have ready stocks that we can sell to our customers immediately. So the pre-order basis will probably go on for quite a while, and so don't think that. Sometimes you will feel like, oh, I want to wait for the pre-orders to come. I want to wait for in stocks to come. I don't want to pre-order as I'm afraid of like some things about. But we have to tell you that actually it is not something that you need to be afraid of, right?
Yes, and to all our friends out there living away from Singapore abroad, we are unable to ship the bikes to you. So we really apologize for that, and we hope to be able to do that soon. And right now, away from the Birdie series, Kuan Yu, what is a very suitable bike for road cycling?
This will be the bike for you. So this is the Birdie. This is the Reach GT, also by Pacific Cycle. This is a packable bike and not a foldable bike. So why is that so?
Okay, so this bike cannot bring into MRT or your train, because this bike cannot be folded down in like the Birdie in under like 2-3 minutes, and you might actually be stopped by the station officer at the train station. Kuan Yu now will bring you, will fold the bike to demo to you while I run you through what this bike really does. Okay? So for the Reach GT, it's a mini Velo as we would call it. It's really for you to keep it at a small footprint at home when you pack it at home, and also in your office. Not really for you to carry the bike and travel around with it. It weighs at about 10 kg, approximately 10 kg, specifically 9.9 kg without the pedals. Alright? and it's a 11-speed mini Velo, allowing you to really go on the road, go fast, tour across island, across Singapore. So it's a really fast, light, and speedy bike, I would say. Alright, so as you can see, what Kuan Yu did, he first removed the front wheel and attached it into the center frame of the bike, and afterwards he shift up the rear wheel and he just turn it over and lock it. So this is a two-step process, and then he will flip over the bike, okay, and right afterwards he will make sure that the bike stands nicely, okay. Then he will bring down the seat post to increase the stability of the bike in a way. Next, you remove the handlebar. You just unhook the knob, simply just pull it out, rest it nicely on the frame, and lastly you will tie up the bike.
So this strap is actually included with the Birdie, so with the Wish GT, it actually helps you secure the handlebar to the frame itself.
So as you can see, the bike, when it's packed down, it's still at quite a big size and not comparable to the Birdie series. So this is actually not a foldable bike. It doesn't hit the requirement of the train stations. Okay, we have a question from our fans.
What size chain ring does the Wish GT have?
It's 50. The size of the chain ring is 50. 50 teeth. Okay, to be exact, 50 teeth. Okay, to our fan out there.
Alright, so now we'll just show you how to unpack the bike.
If you continue to really unpack the bike, so for the Wish GT, it's packable and unpackable each within 5 minutes. So the total pack and unpack will be maybe 10 to 15 minutes process. Okay. So right now he removes the Velcro first, and then he will lift up the handlebar and insert it into the front stem of the bike. So he ensures he sits nicely before he tightens the knob. Right, and next he will increase the seat post before he flip over the bike. Okay, you have a question.
What is the weight of the ring?
Okay, as I mentioned, the weight of the Wish GT is approximately 10 kg, more specifically 9.9 kg. So it comes slightly lighter than our Birdie series bikes. Now, Kuan Yu, while pulling out the rear wheel, Kuan Yu is slightly tucking in the cables, so this ensures that there's no tangling of the cable, and it doesn't affect the ride of the bike afterwards. So it requires a little bit of force to ensure that the bike doesn't shift afterwards. Simply detach the front tires and put it in the stem and just tighten it. Okay, and with that, there you have it. It's a fully unpacked Wish GT. Okay, we have a question.
What is the real size of the ring?
So the real size for the Wish GT is actually a 22-inch. It's a mini Velo, ready for road riding. Hence, the real size is 22-inch. Yes. Okay. So this is the unpacked version, and you are ready to go to tour across the island. Okay, so next I'll be talking about two of our really lightweight, compact, foldable bike models: the the Pacific CarryMe and also the CarryAll. Okay, so while Kuan Yu unfolds the CarryMe, let's just to bring you through the weight of the CarryMe. The CarryMe actually weighs at 8.4 kg, so it's the lightest and most compact foldable bike in the world actually. So first you just have to increase the handlebar, make sure it sits nicely, and lay down the seat post and ensure that you lock it. So make sure that the seat post is firm and tight. If not, the bike may shift after you start riding. The next, Kuan Yu will unhook the front tires and lift up the bike from the seat post. And after that, he will tighten the front knob over here. So this is to make sure that the bike is stable and safe for your riding. The last step of the unfolding process is the pedals. So you just detach the pedals from this lock position. Alright, and so with this 4 steps process, the bike is unfolded. Okay, so as I mentioned, this is a really light, it's really compact foldable bike, and really suitable for your last mile commute when you just want to travel home from the train station and reach and really this bike speaks to you, those who want a bike for your end mile commute. Alright, next will be the carry-all. The folding and unfolding process is similar to the CarryMe, and the carry-all is the world's most compact foldable tricycle. So who is this tricycle for? This tricycle is for those out there, the elderly, those who do not know how to cycle, those who have cycling difficulties. Yeah, this bike really speaks to you.
So sometimes some of us some people will actually have injuries before, and then they have actually need to take note of the way they cycle, the posture wise. The carry-all is actually a very good bike for it itself. So, you may be wondering, so what are the prices of the CarryMe and the carry-all? So CarryMe is actually priced at $999, and our only foldable tricycle carry-all is priced at $1,299.
Okay, so these prices are discounted. Alright, so these discounted prices, we're not sure when it will last still. So if you want your bike, get it quick. You can pre-order this bike at hello@mightyvelo.com, or you can order it from our website itself. Alright. Okay, so just to bring you more in depth into the carry-all, it's actually the world's only foldable tricycle. Okay, so to all of you out there who wants the last mile commute bike, get yours today. I think with that, we probably covered everything today. So just to wrap up, are there any other questions from our fans? Yes.
What are the colors? What colors do the CarryMe and carry-all have?
Okay, so what colors does the CarryMe and carry-all have?
For
So
the CarryMe, we actually have it in 6 available colors. So first of it is the sky blue color right here. We also have slate grey, khaki brown, lime green, amber orange, and aquamarine.
Okay, so these are all our available colors right now, and do check our website and also our social media pages for more updates, as the colors are really running out quickly, as like the electric blue and the crimson red ran out in about 2 to 3 weeks after the stocks are available. So just keep updated with our social media platforms and also with our website itself. And just to let you all know that the carry-all is currently not available and only available for pre-orders, but the CarryMe is available.
It's available in 2 colors only. So the first of it is the khaki brown. The next color that we have it available in is the slate grey.
Okay, another question from our fan.
Can we get the Birdie City in 20-inch wheels?
So unfortunately, the Birdie City cannot be in 20-inch wheels. So for our components, it comes in a fixed box. For the Birdie City itself, the derailleurs, for example, is not suitable to fit 11 speed from the 20-inch wheels. It is not something that we will actually we are able to do.
Yes. Okay, so any other last questions from our fans out there? Okay, no more questions. So we would just like to wrap it off by letting you all know about the 2 new platforms that Mighty Velo is currently at. So Kuan, would you like to tell them about the really trendy, hippie, youth kind of platform?
As some of you may know, one of the most trendy social media platform right now is TikTok. So Mighty Velo is now on TikTok, and we will produce content for you guys. And so light-hearted content, so for you to feel a bit more happy during the day. We also talk about light-hearted moments that we share about light-hearted moments behind the scenes. Just stay tuned and watch all of our TikTok for more content.
Okay, so that's like a light-hearted content, but more for updates about our stock availability or promotions ongoing or anything, do follow our Telegram channel. Okay, our Telegram channel website, the link is in our on our Facebook platform. So in our Telegram channel, we'll share exclusive content that is really just on our Telegram channel. Okay, for example, our blog posts, our experience riding, and also latest news about the latest park connectors like the Changi Jurassic Mile and all that. Okay, so really do keep up to date on our Telegram channel. Alright?
That's right.
Yes, a question from our fans.
Any P40 news?
P40. Kuan Yu, is there any news about the P40?
Unfortunately, we don't have P40 news for you guys today.
Okay, so for the P40, okay, it's as mentioned in our previous live, it's actually a bike for the 40th anniversary, okay, but unfortunately we don't have any news for it currently, so stay tuned to our FB live, and as soon as we get news from our manufacturers, we will get back to you all and update you all.
So just stay tuned on Facebook, and we'll definitely update more for any news about P40. So yeah.
Okay, so to end it all off, do remember to follow, like, share on our Facebook page, our Instagram page, our TikTok, and our Telegram channel. Okay, that's all for today from Kuan Yu and I. Bye bye.
Bye.